Creating a diverse campus in the spirit of inclusive excellence is an ongoing effort and commitment at Appalachian. We've seen a 35.4% increase in enrolled racial and ethnic minority students between 2014 and 2018. As of fall 2018, Appalachian has a 43 to 57 male-to-female student ratio, and 16% of its students are from racially and ethnically underrepresented groups. 9.7% of Appalachian's instructional faculty are ethnically diverse, 2% of our students are veterans or active military, 31% are from rural areas, 9% of our students come from out of state, and 1% come from outside the U.S. Nearly 30% of our students are first-generation college students, and 8% of Mountaineers are transfer students. At Appalachian, all students can contribute to making this a welcoming and inclusive environment that values, respects, and supports all students.
I remember being a first-year student and looking for the pockets of campus where I fit in. And coming into the student union and walking along these hallways, this was a place that I gravitated towards. That was difficult to walk through this door for the very first time. But once you do, you will find people who you can identify with, who will support you, who will provide you resources, and will also provide you a sense of community that you may not find elsewhere.
Diversity is everything. Diversity means diversity, a visual diversity around you, so people who look different, music and food, all of that is diversity.
I see diversity as, who are the voices represented at the table? And for me, the most important step is bringing the voices, including voices around the table.
People tend to confuse diversity with inclusion. Inclusion celebrates those differences. We want all of our community to feel valued, respected, and supported here.
Students definitely need to be aware of the fact that diversity is a work in progress here at Appalachian. It's something that, whether it's student organizations or the university itself, is definitely taking the steps to enhance and grow and get better through representation of various identities and making sure that those identities are validated on this campus.
According to our diversity statement, Appalachian State University is committed to developing and allocating resources to the fundamental task of creating a diverse campus culture. We value diversity as the expression of human similarities and differences, as well as the importance of a living and learning environment conducive to knowledge, respect, acceptance, understanding, and global awareness.
I think the numbers will be helpful for students to know about. There's only 3% African American and 5% Hispanic. And when you're looking at 17,000 students, that's a very small number. There are over 40 student organizations that look at different cultures.
In the International Hallway, we have the LGBT Center, we have in here the Women's Center, we have the Multicultural Center. So we try to create these pockets of campus where students of diverse identities can come. And then also, it's not just about you have to be of that race or of that gender identity to come to that space. It's also a place to learn.
What are the opportunities that Appalachian provides? Study abroad is one that's a wonderful means of students being able to really interact, to be finding themselves in different cultures, in different countries. But you may have opportunities here on campus. So we have guest lecturers, guest presenters. We try to bring faculty from other countries. We have about 100 students every semester that come as exchange students that come here to study from Appalachian. Those are great individuals that can inform us, that can tell us about their countries, about their cultures, but to be able to celebrate that and say, where's the history of this? How is our own traditions kind of strange in a way too?
Diversity is important on a campus because the world is diverse. There's more global connections than ever before with the use of technology. You have the prime opportunity here at Appalachian to learn those things and develop skills in how to effectively deal with events and issues that may come up in your work life.
We learn most from difference, from different people, different perspective. We learn best from different peoples and different perspectives. And I think without diversity, we limit ourselves.
I really believe that diversity drives excellence. So as students come to our campus and they're bringing the absolute best from their own culture and they want to receive the best from those that they're interacting with, we end up getting the absolute best situation here.
When we talk about things like diversity and inclusion, it's important to recognize that it's so much more outside of who you are as a person. So everybody wants to be included, everybody wants to be listened to, but really taking the time to sit back and listen to another person who may have a different identity or experience than your own is really how we promote, I think, a more inclusive and diverse space on this campus.
College is more than just getting that academic experience. You really grow as a person when you're at a university. It's really a time where we learn more not only about ourselves but about other people and other cultures, and that's really key on a campus.
We're moving into a world where interpretation and understanding how to differentiate facts and fiction is becoming just as important as content. And Gen Ed is really built to expose students to as many different ideas as possible and to basically train them to be ready to react to situations and to be more broadly prepared for situations instead of just giving them a narrow content focus. Understanding diversity and having intercultural competence are necessary for success in your career and to be a responsible member of your community. And that's why one of our 4 general education learning goals is making local to global connections. So we design instructional assignments and activities in these general education classes that address contemporary issues related to cultural diversity, that help students learn about effective communication with people from other cultures, and that teach students about other cultures, their worldviews, and their frames of reference.
We all benefit from a richly diverse learning environment. Embrace the world of opportunities Appalachian presents.